Conventions, they are a playground when it comes to meeting your favorite celebrities, cosplayers, other fans of TV shows that you were probably bullied for watching, and for me personally, it's seeing the various artwork and the artists behind them. This year in August, I went to Anime NYC, and for those that are familiar with this YouTube channel, you guys already know that I'm a consumer of the anime and manga product. And you know, I sort of go through various artists and analyze their work and so on and so forth. However, as much as I am a fan of watching anime and reading manga, I mainly consider this channel to be centered around art first and foremost. And you know what, honestly, Anime NYC had a lot to offer as an artist. I went to the Copic booth, spun this prize wheel, and actually won a Copic marker, which was really cool. And considering that a marker costs $8 a pop, this was definitely worth checking out. I even got to check out Aki Bright working on a mural in real time. Definitely go check out his art book if you have the time and money for it. I saw a booth that was selling crochet plants, one was selling gems, and you can't forget the figures. The vast amount of figures was insane. All the mainstream stuff was there, like Slime, Frieren, and even Hunter x Hunter. They even had a very cute Shin-chan figure. If you got money to drop, you could easily find yourself spending a lot of money in this section of the convention. However, the section I spend most of my time in is an artist alley. You get to see fan art of all sorts of artists, and you may even find artists that you follow here. I mean, look at this. If you're a Pokemon fan, you'd absolutely love how this guy depicted these legendaries. And some artists even had very unique compositions like this artist. But as much as I wanted to spend every cent I had in the bank, I needed to save up for a particular set of purchases. And that's where Comic-Con comes in. I made a video talking about how crazy it was to charge $100 for a commission. And if you want to know the context of that claim, you can click the top right corner if you want to hear my thoughts on that. But in that video, I mentioned that I was going to go to Comic-Con specifically to get a convention sketch by Adam Hughes. I made it my mission to wake up early, get on the train, go up the numerous escalators, and get to the Javits Center to get something from this guy. And goddamn was it packed. I thought it was packed for Anime NYC, but at least you could see the floor. Literally almost every square inch of Artist Alley was inhabited. I rushed as soon as I could to find his booth, but unfortunately, it was too late. The amount of $400 head sketches he had to do for the people and the time he needed to actually do those sketches honestly just filled up the entire first time slot entirely. Speaking of which, let me explain the way he was doing head sketches this year. Basically, he split them up in 3 different tiers. For the $150 tier, you get a standard side profile head sketch. For the $200 tier, you get a 3/4 view head sketch with the eyes open. And for the $400 tier, you get a little something extra. You get this one if you really want a standout piece of artwork from him. I more than likely probably would have gotten the $400 tier sketch from him, but there were other things that I wanted to purchase at the con. If he does come next year, I'm most definitely getting the $400 tier head sketch. So for the people that still had reservations about whether or not $100 is a crazy amount for a quote-unquote sketch, then talk to this guy because his lowest tier is worth $150, and you know what? It's worth it. I just love this guy's work, and you know what? If you really don't care for him or his artwork, then you don't have to buy it, as I said in this video. Anyways, since I didn't make it in time for his initial head sketch slot, I'd have to wait in the next slot, which is in the afternoon. However, there was one more thing that I wanted to go see him for, and that was for his portfolio review. I'll say this right now, if you are an artist and you have the chance to get an artist that you like and admire to look at and critique your artwork for free, you better go take that chance. I asked Allison, his wife, if there was a slot open, and thank God there was one available, and I instantly took it. And since the portfolio review was right before the next slot for head sketches, I was able to get right in line to get that $200 head sketch. So all I needed to do was wait, and while waiting, I decided to check out the other comic book artists that were there. It may come as a surprise for the guys that know me and that watch this channel, but while I absolutely love anime and manga, I also really like comics. And what's crazy is that currently there's been sort of a resurgence in the interest for comics. Literally everyone is talking about Absolute Batman, and I'll admit, it's pretty good. Definitely go check that out if you have the time. I was able to see a handful of artists that I follow, like Terry Dodson. I was even able to buy the 3rd volume for Adventure Man there. He even did a quick sketch. I didn't even think he was gonna do that for me. I also saw Jorge Jimenez, and while I wanted to get him to sign something, I unfortunately did not have anything since by the time of me attending this con, his art book that I did back on Kickstarter had not arrived yet, unfortunately. I still had a lot of time to kill, so I went to the show floor for a bit and checked out some of the booths, and I came across the Alex Ross exhibition. For those that don't know Alex Ross, let's just say he is the Jesus of comic book art. I honestly do not know how he does it, but his work is out of this world. The amount of detail is absolutely bananas. He wasn't even at New York Comic Con this year, but his work at least had to make an appearance. And low-key, I'm actually sort of grateful he wasn't there, because if he was, I'd currently be 5 figures in debt. And you know what? I still would think it'd be worth it. Slowly but surely, it was coming around time to get my portfolio review and to get that head sketch. So I stuck around Adam Hughes' booth just to continue glazing this man's work and just look at his pieces. It's so good. And before I knew it, it was time for me to get my review, and after he gave me his critique, I finally got my $200 head sketch, and the character I chose was Wonder Woman. She is honestly my favorite female superhero, and I absolutely love the covers he did for her. And to commemorate this entire experience, I also took a picture with him. Thank you guys so much for going with me through this journey for a $200 head sketch. I also want to thank my partner for coming with me to both Anime NYC and New York Comic Con. Being with her really made this a very, very fun experience. I forgot to mention, but while there, I also bought Allison's sketchbook and bought this poster with all the female DC superheroes. And it's just so cool. I really need to frame this when I have the chance. But anyway, again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If by chance you want to see the full video of Adam Hughes sketching this sketch in real time, please go check out my Patreon. It will only be there on my Patreon, so check it out if you guys want. If you want to see more art related videos, please like the video and leave a comment. I do read all the comments, and if you want, please subscribe. I really like when the number goes up. Again, I also have all my social media outlets in the description if you want to show your support. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.